Hey, do you know who I am? I'm Karen Elgersma, and we are talking sculpture, splash, and art extravaganza by the sea. And you're watching Go Island on ShawTV. Oh yeah, you are. On today's show, we are giving away tickets to Rifflandia 2014. And Dan Kahn finds out if we are playing with our cell phones while driving. All that and much more on Go Island. Hello, thank you so much for joining us on Go Island, and thank you for joining us as well. One of the beautiful sculptures that will be part of this year's Sculpture Splash in Esquimalt, first annual. Maureen Tomlinson, you are the creative sort of brainchild behind this event, or one of them. Tell us about Sculpture Splash.
Sculpture Splash is the third of the Township Community Art Council's summer offerings for 2014. We're a new organization, and we will be holding Sculpture Splash, an art extravaganza by the sea.
You have to say it like this. This is how you do it. You go, art extravaganza, and then it just rolls off your tongue. It has to be said big.
Art extravaganza
yes.
by the sea at Macaulay Point Park on September 19th, 20th, and 21st.
Tell us who's going to be participating this year.
We have 22 artists and over 50 sculptures coming to Sculpture Splash this year, and we've got some absolutely world-class sculptors attending, including Fred Dobbs, who's the president of the Vancouver Island Sculptors Guild.
If people want to find out more, where can they go?
Please come to www.townshiparts.org for more information about Sculpture Splash and about our Friday night gala.
Steven, can you hand me the cell phone, please? Well, we all know that these little devices can be very distracting when we're driving. And some police officers decided to dress up in plain clothes and find out if drivers in Esquimalt are using these while driving and breaking the law. Dan Kahn wonders, is this a little too big, brother, or is this for our own safety? If you're driving past Macaulay Point Park in Esquimalt on September 19th, 20th, or 21st, you will definitely be distracted by all the incredible sculptures that will be showcasing there at this year's Sculpture Splash. You got to say it like this. Extravaganza!
Extravaganza!
Fred Dobbs, talented, amazing artist. This is a piece you're working on right now for the Splash.
Yeah, thank you, Karen. This is a piece I'm working on. So the event, Sculpture Splash, will feature works in progress, but also lots of finished pieces. A wide variety, stone, wood, bronze sculpture. So later today, I'll show you how we move from a clay sculpture like this, which is just a modeling clay, and we'll go into how the bronze process works here at South Island Bronze.
Come with us, my friends. A few pieces that you will see. I love this. Tell us about this piece.
This is an Asian or an Indian rhinoceros. This is made out of bronze, originally sculpted in clay. We at South Island Bronze, we have 20+ sculptors that come to us. Now they can bring us wooden sculptures, clay sculptures, even metal sculptures, and we can transform them into bronzes.
Amazing. That's so cool. And that's part of the fun of this event, is that people can talk to you, learn a little bit more about the whole process.
Exactly, and some of the storytelling too. This is the Vancouver Island marmot, the most endangered animal in all of Canada. And so with a lot of the sculptures, you're going to find there'll be stories behind them, like what's the significance of this particular animal. Just over our shoulders here in the background, you'll see this cougar. This is a life-size cougar. So again, one of the things that might be a good story is people may, for the first time, see an animal like this and go, wow, it's actually that big, and get a sense of what a cougar really is like, because many people don't see a cougar in their lifetime.
Absolutely. No, and sometimes when we're running in the forest, we don't really want to. Well, speaking of art, do you have any body art on you? Any tattoos? Of course, they're so popular right now, but many tattoos actually have a story behind them. And our very own James Green hit the streets to find the story underneath the ink. I'm tattoo-free. I'm afraid of body art, but I'm not afraid of this kind of art. Beautiful, one-of-a-kind sculptures will be part of this year's Splash. I love that. Sculpture splash.
Yeah, it says so much, doesn't it?
It does. Fred, this is a Nathan Scott piece. Tell us a little bit about Nathan and how his pieces are going to be part of this year's Splash in Esquimalt.
Well, this piece is produced out of bronze, and so much of Nathan's work is either animals or human form. This will actually, you asked earlier about why Macaulay Point Park and what was so great about it. This will actually be situated in amongst grass reeds. So it'll be, you won't see the base, you'll just see this log or this branch coming up out of the reeds. So part of what's so cool about Macaulay Point Park is that we're actually going to integrate the sculptures into the landscape. So you'll see this there, and it'll look almost realistic. One other thing I wanted to add, actually, on the gala, the night of the gala, I'm going to be sculpting chocolate. So amongst all the other things, stone, bronze, wood, I'm going to be sculpting a 5-gallon sculpture made out of chocolate. So folks can come down and see that too.
We have to take a very short break, but go nowhere. When we come back, more behind the scenes of how these beautiful sculptures are made and the Chef Survival Challenge that's going to be happening very soon. So stay with us. Talking about a splashy event that's going to be happening on September 19th. It's all about art, sculptures, and chocolate, even chocolate sculptures, and beautiful, beautiful different materials that are being used. We're sitting next to one of the artists today, Daniel Klein. Look at these pieces. They're so amazing. Let's begin with some of the pieces that are going to be part of the weekend extravaganza that you're going to have in the show.
Okay, I've got, I think, probably around 6 or 7 sculptures that I will ultimately have in the show. These are a couple of them. This one is called Descending the Stairs, and this one is Interconnections. This one's made out of granite, and this sculpture here is made out of marble, actually BC marble.
Now, this event happens over 3 days, lots of opportunities to be part of it. Who should come?
Everybody, especially people who enjoy sculpture. We'll be having daily demonstrations so you can actually see artists working on their sculptures.
Oh man, and that's one of my favorite things about events like this. I love meeting the artists and I love seeing the process. Particularly this sort of work, because it's so incredible. I can't even imagine carving granite.
Yeah,
I don't even know how you do that. Very cool. Well, we are gonna give you a little glimpse of behind the scenes. We're gonna go downstairs and find out how some of these pieces are made. But first, we are gonna head out to Saanich because this weekend, the big Island Chef Survival event is happening. Have you ever been to this event? It is so much fun, but this year it's bigger and better than ever. Raji Kapli with that story. If you want tickets to the Chef Survival Challenge, go to their website. It really is a fun and delicious event. Another fun and, well, I don't know if it's delicious event, but certainly a yummy thing to look at is Sculpture Splash, September 19th, 20th, and 21st at Macaulay Park in Esquimalt. But the process, Fred, to creating these pieces, it's really art meets science. Give us the 411 on how it works.
Well, we were upstairs and I showed you the mermaid that I'm working on. So from the process or the sculpting aspect of the mermaid, we then have to make a mold, a rubber mold. So this octopus is going to be chopped up into all these little manageable pieces. I have in my hand a tentacle, and here is the head of the octopus. Now, these are all made out of wax. This is not chocolate, so don't get excited. So we have to do what's called spruing and gating, and that's what's happened here. I put a pouring cup and all these channels and vents, which are made out of wax. From here, this piece gets dipped 12 times in ceramic, because any of these molds here cannot tolerate 2,000-degree temperatures. So what we're actually wanting to make is a ceramic mold like this, which is designed to tolerate that high temperature. So we pour the bronze into this cup. It fills through these channels and vents, and then the wax is transposed or made then into a bronze. Once they're in bronze, it has to be ground down and the artwork has to be married together so that it's seamless. And in the end, nobody knows where our joints were.
Unbelievable amount of work and a huge amount of skill. Huge amount of skill.
Absolutely.
And that's what you will learn when you come to the Sculpture Splash, because you'll get to meet the artists, talk to them about the process, and not only will you have so much more appreciation for every piece of sculpture you ever see after that, but it's so fascinating. We have to take a very short break, but please stay with us. When we come back, we're going to go for a hike in Strathcona Park and more on Sculpture Splash. Sculpture Splash, when, where, why, how?
September 19th, 20th, 21st. This is an exciting union of the Vancouver Island Sculptors Guild, presenting the 20+ membership, and the Township Community Arts Council. So we're bringing this event together with the talent of the sculptors and the support of the Esquimalt Township.
And of course, it's at beautiful Macaulay Point. It's Friday night is the gala. Get your tickets for that, and then all weekend long, go and check out this really extraordinary art event. It's actually not extraordinary because it's an extravaganza of an event.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for giving us a little sneak peek of how these beautiful pieces are made. And I want to thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Women's clothing provided by Tulip Noir. Casual designer fashions. Men's wardrobe by DG Bremner & Co. Menswear and accessories. Hair services provided by Salon J.